Smoke until a stupid state, stay until it's late. Sweet like chocolate cake, tart just like the shit I roll off paper plates. Search for sweet escape because inside I feel I'm dying slow. I tell you all that.
Going on, my dogs. My name is Jack Niles and I am the auction dog, and today I'm coming back to you with another auction buy that we actually just made today, a couple hours ago, and I'm really stoked on this one. I really am. I've been getting really good JDM cars lately, and this one is probably not necessarily known to everybody, but this is a really good one, and it's a little bit different. Last one was a Z, and those are obviously, you know, they're like more of a race car or like a Japanese muscle car in essence, and this is a VIP car. And actually a really clean one at that. And so I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around and show you guys what we're working with. And I just scooped this for a flame price, and we're getting the hell out of here, boys. Made it happen, so I'm freaking stoked. Check this thing out, dude. Oh, Q45, 2003. It's a 2003 Infiniti Q45, right? 106,000 original miles. I think it's a 2-owner car. It's never been in an accident, and it runs perfect. Cold AC, everything's really nice about it. It's in really nice condition overall. And I scooped this for one hell of a deal in Japan. And correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm gonna double check this before I post this video, but it's a Nissan Sima. It's like a Y35, I think. Y35. I know it's not a Y34, but dude, the Q45 is so sick, dude. Look at this. Look at like the 7 projector headlights. Just, there's so many things about this car that is just so fucking rad, dude. And the color's perfect. It's like this nice emerald green. I don't even know what the color code is, but I'm gonna figure that out too. And I am so stoked right now, dude. It's unbelievable. This thing is amazing. It's in really good overall condition. Look at the interior, man. It's freaking mint. Everything's cherry. The steering wheel needs to be cleaned up a little bit. That's, I mean, not even nothing, dude. Look at, like, it's just so well optioned. It's got your blinders. It's BMW shit, dude. It's just truly a clean example of a Q45. You don't see these very often. This is the first one that I've ever seen come through an auction that I've been at. Boy, I'm freaking stoked, son. I cannot wait to get out of here. So we are going to get in this thing. I'm gonna go through that gate over there. They were unable to find the keys, so I gotta look through this car and actually find the keys. And hopefully we can get the hell out of here with it. And I'm gonna go through that gate over there. We're gonna clean her up, get her listed today, I think, and we'll see what happens. But this is a nice one. It's got one little ding there on the bumper. It's got a couple hits. It ain't perfect, but it's got a VH45 DE. You know, it's a dual overhead cam Nissan V8 that they used in like a lot of cool stuff. You know, I want to say it was a truck motor, and like I want to, obviously the Infiniti, the Q45 got it the whole way through. So I know that one of my buddies actually had this motor swapped into one of his S chassis back in the day, which is insane. So I'm gonna look through this car, find these damn keys, and we're out of here, boys. So, you know, I've been driving this thing now for just for a little while, and dude, the driving experience is so good. It's so good. For one, there's not a light on the I don't have my seatbelt on. That's the only light on there. This is the only real issue it's got is the rings that form around the old readouts, old screen like that. Which, whatever, who cares? And you know, it's not very exciting to drive around until you really put your foot in it. You know, I mean, it's not slow either. It's like it gets up and goes for a big old freaking V8. You know, It's just a really nice car to roll around town in, man. It really is. It's super comfortable. And I think that if you did put it on air and like actually, you know, build a really cool car out of it, it's be comfortable to daily drive every single time you get into it. It's not, you know, unforgiving. The seats are so plush, dude. They're just like, oh my God, it's so nice, you know? And I like that it's not black interior, because the black interior just freaking melts you every single time. I'm going to pick up my other car right now, and it's like, it's the ZHP, and I'm like, dude, I haven't opened it in a day. I know it's just gonna be roasted in there. So freaking A, not too bad though. But I mean, this is just the overall, it's a really nice driver, dude. This car is so nice. Nice to cruise around in every day. So you guys saw me buy this car from the auction, and that has been now probably a week and a half ago, 2 weeks. Within that time, I had to move out of the shop that I was in, had like a massive falling out and all kinds of other crazy shit that took place. And so we're picking the video back up now. And in that amount of time, I've been driving this Q45 around, and I've been thoroughly enjoying every single bit of it, honestly. It's a really, really nice car. It's overall just to cruise around in daily and use every day, and, you know, toot around town. The V8, I was gonna show a picture of it. And you know, toot around town. The V8 is plenty. I know that they say that this is not even a true 4.5. It's actually a 4.1 liter, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll put the stats of the engine right here, of just base horsepower and overall curb weight of the car and that kind of stuff. I think it's still plenty of power for the car overall. I think it does a really, really good, I think it's just perfect the way that it is. It's well balanced. It's fast enough, honestly. It'll break traction right there, right at the light, whatever else you need to. I sometimes I have to keep my foot out of it, especially if it's raining or whatever else. If it's wet outside, forget about it. You'll be chirping freaking second gear in this thing. And dude, honestly, it's crazy. I really didn't even think I would enjoy such a grandpa car, but I am enjoying it thoroughly. It's just a dream to drive. You don't get out of it and feel like you just had your ass beat, or you don't just get out of it and feel as though you just, you know, went and ran 10 miles, because that's how it feels when you drive my wagon or my E36. But this car, it's really, really, really a nice overall ownership experience. You know, the interior is quite comfortable. But let's actually, you know what, fuck the interior. Let's start with the exterior. Overall, I love the color of it. I think that the emerald metallic, I don't know, I know that they do have some other colors that these cars came in, but boy, is this one not, if not one of the best. It's damn close to it, and it's perfect. There's not too much chrome on the car. It overall looks really well. It presents well. Even the factory wheels look really nice with this design. Like, just the car, the way that it's shaped is nice. I do prefer a Y33 or even a 34. I do prefer the previous Q45s, and this is an F50, I believe. But that's the chassis code for it. But I do prefer the previous Q45s. I think they look better overall. But you don't get you don't really get the new car feel. Like, this thing feels like a decent, it doesn't feel brand new, but it feels like a really, really nice, well-sorted car. Like, you'd be hard-pressed to actually go out and find another V8 sedan like this now for anything less than like $60,000 or $70,000. And I believe this car was like well up there when it was new. And so it has brand new tires that came on it. I want to say they're Yokohamas. And the first thing, whenever you do see a car for sale like this, and at the auction, I always look for, like, try to see how well it was taken care of. If this thing had a bunch of shitty tires on it, I would assume that it hasn't been well cared for. But it had Yokohamas on it, and it had every single valve stem on it. And somebody's obviously waxed this thing since new. I mean, look how shiny it is. It's not even, the sun's not even out. This thing's super shiny. And I just think that the car, it just presents so well, you know? The only issues that it does have cosmetically is there's a dent in the bumper right there, you can see it. And there's one on the opposite end of the car over here. And actually, I'll go this way because there's a little bit of a bottom. There's some paint issues down there. Little door ding there, some scratching. Little scratch there, scuffing something. And that one right there. So, whatever old lady had this thing, because when I got it, I found these really old lady style sunglasses in here. Whatever old lady had this thing, she definitely liked to back into stuff inside of parking lots and stuff. But other than that, it's never had an accident. And you can tell that all the paint's factory. I mean, look how nice it all looks. You know, it's not wavy at all. It's really, really nice, dude. It's just a beautiful car, man. It really is. And the color is spot on. Like, the color is spot on. And I don't even usually like tan interior cars. I really don't. But I do think it would look better with a black interior, but dude, it just contrasts really good overall. I like the light wood. I like the light wood here. I really like the power sunshade. Just reminds me of a 7 Series or something, you know. Like I believe that these things obviously were built to compete with like a 7 Series or like an like an LS400 or something like that, or like what's the big body Toyotas? I can't even remember now. But what are they in Japan? Shit, I can't even remember. My buddy just bought one. Toyota Crowns. And I believe that these were built to compete. These were Nissan Seamas in Japan. And boy, I mean, it's as far as the overall construction of this car, it's really, really good. Like all the fit and finish of everything is really nice. Everything works. Like everything works, dude. It's all just in really good shape overall. It's crazy. And I just can't believe how clean this is. Like even the floor, like this is how this came, right? It has this plastic liner in here. The mat's perfect under it. And like, I like to see that kind of shit when I'm buying cars. You know, if I can see that when I'm buying a car, like, dude, bar none, it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's like the best thing you could ever ask for, because that just means somebody cared that much more about it. Somebody's waxed this all the time, constantly. This was constantly washed and taken care of. You know, it has certain body flaws, but it's not dented. It's not ruined, nothing. It's crazy. It honestly is. It really is. I'm gonna pop the hood. Let's go under here. So this V8 fits in here pretty good, too, in my opinion. You know, I really do. Obviously it would be nice to have the full thing, the full 4.5, but I mean, it fits in there good. Reminds me of just, this is really the beginning of when car manufacturers started to fill their engine bays with plastic and like all this engine dust covers and all this crap. This wasn't like this in the 90s, you know. None of this stuff was this, and then it began to, obviously everything eventually became covered, and then at the peak you can't see anything in some of these Lexus and Infiniti cars nowadays. But I mean, the car overall, dude, I can't even believe how clean it is. I really can't. The seats are money, dude. Like, look at them. So well done, well stitched, well embroidered. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Got a couple stains here and there on the carpet. This logo's a little dark, but I could get a lot of that stuff out. I started cleaning like all the door panels and like getting all the schmegma off of everything and the gunk, and it's coming clean. Like a lot of that stuff's come out of there. Like even the door sill, I just love, like, I just like the details, man. It's the details. The clock in the center that actually works still and keeps time. All of this light wood just really was the right color for this car too, overall. And like the back seat's never even been sat in, man. It's crazy. Look at it. Got a couple of stains back there. I think my brother spilt chocolate back here the other day. Like a freaking jack wagon, but I mean, look how clean it is, dude. It's crazy. Look at, it's just mint, dude. It's clean. It's just perfect. And I hope that whoever does buy this car ends up taking it, cleaning it up, you know, and just using it. Or they can build a really sweet JDM, like freaking VIP ride out of it. If you put it on air, lower it, wheels, whatever else, be like, pfft. On the surface, this car looks incredibly normal. And I know that. And I know that it won't really tickle everybody's fancy. You know, it doesn't strike it for everybody. Some people don't even like 4-door cars. I don't even like 4-door cars. I like having cool shit and, like, you know, sports cars. But this thing kind of is a sports car. It's like a sports tourer, honestly. And in the right hands of the right person, something really, really cool could become of this car. You know, nice wheels, lowered properly on air suspension, junction produce parts on the inside. Make it really clean, dude. Just overall, make it this. If I had the money and I wanted to build a VIP car, this would be the one, dude. I'd put it on air. I'd get an airlift suspension for it right now and fill the whole thing up with neck pads and just make it look raw, dude, honestly. And that's it. Can't really go crazy over this thing, you know? It's a normal ass car. It's normal as shit. It's completely normal, but it's got 107,000 miles. It's freaking mint, and it's a great base for whatever somebody wants to do with it, you know? Or you can just buy it and drive it. Honestly, you can just buy it and drive this thing and take care of it, and I guarantee it would serve you really, really well. And that leads me in to tell you that this car is for sale. So if you are interested, or if you know anybody that is interested, go ahead and drop me a message. Or if you know anybody that's interested, go ahead and drop me a message. You know, leave a comment, hit me up on Instagram, and maybe we can work a deal out. I can ship cars anywhere. We're dealers. I can ship cars out of state, whatever else. We can make it work. We got packages for everybody, you know, and whatever to fit the needs. So yeah, just shoot me a message. Boom. That's it. Yeah. And so, you know, I'm gonna wrap this all up with this. I love doing this shit. I love buying these different kind of cars. I like buying the rare stuff, the weird stuff, and showing it to you guys and why I think it's cool, and really why I think it's why it's cool to keep it around, not to send it to the crusher. You know what I'm saying? You can replace anything these days, but to buy old stuff and to keep it going, keep it on the road, and then understand like the importance of said thing is just, it's kind of cool. So hopefully it's not lost in the shuffle of everything these days. So if you haven't already, check out theauctiondawg.com. We got merch on there, and you can keep up with our builds on there. We're gonna start posting on there a little more, and new videos, whatever else. I already said merch on there. And then we do have an Instagram. You're already on our YouTube. Like, share, follow if you do like our content and want to keep up with the stuff we're doing. Subscribe would be rad. You can just help build the numbers up. We'll keep going, and just puts lots of freaking steam in my sales. You know, you get your numbers up, and everybody starts really messing with the content and really enjoying what we're doing, and it just gets the ball rolling even harder. So thank you guys very much for tuning into this. I do appreciate it if you watched this far. Peace out, my dogs. Have a good rest of your day.